said that she denied him to be on social media. I was feeling bad, not knowing that what he told me was not real, because she told me what really happened yesterday. And I understand the reason why she can't allow him to be on social media, because he's a child. He cannot control himself.
The irony is that Michael has actually proven himself to actually behave like a child. And it's quite sad that Usman was trying to defend Michael based on lies. Andre said it himself last week, rather disappointing, because everybody was trying to be on Michael's side, because everybody wanted to be against Angela. Angela is one hell of a human being when it comes to her attitude, her behavior, as it is completely grotesque. By the end of the day, Usman is calling it as it is. Absolutely childish. But that isn't even the pinnacle of this video. Let's get into it.
Angela is very, very loyal to the core. Most of my faults, she covers up for me. But this time around, it was so glaring that everybody have to know about it. Sure, you understand?
So, process this. Angela said in the last episode that I have covered for this man so many times. And that's why I've always looked like this crazy woman. I've always had this, and that's why I've always looked so controlling. And I'm always trying to dictate his life. Now, as much as Michael's now confirming that, and as much as that's true, why would Angela continue to want to be with someone that she knows she has to keep covering for because his behavior is unacceptable? Because he keeps doing things to trigger her insecurities. He keeps doing things to trigger her to look like a complete psychopath. But like I said before, Angela is a grown-ass woman. And a woman at her age, and to be honest with you, age shouldn't even be a factor. I think anyone that's been through something that is not great, that is negatively traumatic to their life, involves another person, people should always look to want to improve and learn from that mistake so that mistake doesn't happen again. So the fact that Angela continues to allow him to do whatever else he's been doing, that she has been covering for him, is actually quite embarrassing on her behalf, because she should have literally said, you know what, no, this ain't for me, I'm out. Boom. But she continued to marry a guy and continued to try and get him to the United States, knowing that this guy had been doing things behind closed doors that were obviously triggering her, making her look in a certain type of way. But despite the fact that he was making her look a certain type of way, how she was behaving is all on her, because she had the choice to behave that way, and the choice to stay in the relationship, and the choice to continue being triggered. So therefore, accountability has to be taken on both sides. But
I cheated. The voice note, it was played, but let's leave that aside now.
So admitting flat out that, of course, which he did, of course, already admit that the cheating was him, and he admits it is his wrong. But the crazy thing is that how can you, and somebody tell me, how can you actually?
What I want you to do for me, please, you know, this woman, she's my wife. The way you respect me, I want you to please respect her. I want you to please stop it. I don't.
Now he wants Usman to show respect to Angela, even though Angela has been coming for Usman. And the crazy part about it is that the energy that Usman has had for Angela has been due to the fact that he felt as if Angela was mistreating Michael, as if she was taking advantage of Michael, as if she was controlling his life, and most importantly, as if Michael was doing no wrong and she was just an evil witch. And the irony is that she isn't just, she wasn't exactly an evil witch per se, right? He's now finding out that that wasn't the case. He's finding out that you have been the problem this whole time. Michael, my brother, you lied to me. And it's crazy because instead of Michael asking Usman for him to give Angela the benefit of the doubt, Michael should be apologizing. Because he's the one that has led people astray to believe something that wasn't even real, to make someone else look even worse in their own reaction. But again, regardless of the reaction is still in Angela's accountability, because she should be wise enough to not want to be around someone that's going to make her behave the way she behaved. Because the matter of the fact is, though, we cannot forget the fact that this woman physically put her hands on this man in this season. We saw her turn up to Nigeria. We saw her get physical. We saw her even get physical with his car. We saw her get absolutely aggressive. So the fact that she allowed herself to continue being with a man that will allow her to get to those levels of stupidity, of patheticness, of domestic violence is nuts. And that is where I sit and I say, so Michael can sit and say, well, I know I've been doing wrong. If you know you've been doing wrong, then why are you with someone that you're triggering so much that they have to become physical now? that they have to fly from another country just to surprise you that they're there. The fact that Michael is neglecting his role in terms of how the fact that Angela's behavior is a part of his behavior, and he still wants to see if things can work. Listen, we can talk about how this guy is doing this because he just wants the green card. We can talk about that all day long. But to be honest with you, I've never known, in fact, to be honest with you, I've never known anyone really and truly that's used anyone for a green card. But in all the stories that we see online and all that kind of stuff, right? It doesn't make sense how you can do things behind closed doors that are not proper, knowing that your agenda is to get the green card. You would have thought that he would have been in his best behavior to get that green card. But Angela keeps staying, and that's just wrong.
Capital no.
Don't do that.
Listen.
Don't do that.
Listen,
I will talk to her. But don't do that.
You ask me something, you would have allowed me to talk to you now.
Oh man, you know, I wouldn't lie to you, man. I do enjoy when Nigerians go back and forth, you know what I mean? It's like, so are you gonna let me talk now? Yes. Okay, let me talk. No, actually, no. Just for a little bit of humor in there, ladies and gentlemen, but let's continue.
I will attack him back. I would rather die in the process. That is the kind of person I am.
You know, listen, bro. I will talk to her, okay?
I mean, listen, boom. Michael's obviously saying, like, stop coming for Angela. If she comes for you, just let it be. Usman is like, listen, man, if somebody comes for me, I come back for them. And that just shows the lack of immaturity in Usman. And we know obviously he's immature. You know, end of the day, just because someone's coming for you doesn't mean you have to always respond. Because the matter of the fact is 9 times out of 10 when someone comes for you, they come for you because they actually want a response. Giving them a response is what gives them their satisfaction to know that they got underneath your skin. Giving them a response is what then shows them how to expose you for when you are in a bad mood, or expose you for what you could really like when you're angry or upset or whatever it could be. So really and truly, you know, despite the fact that Michael shouldn't really be telling him this, and Usman has no right to even have to accept what Michael's asking him to do, really and truly, by default, by maturity, Usman should be like, you know what? Now I know. I mean, even before him even knowing that everything that was happening was based on Michael lying, he still should have really held his tongue to a certain degree. But now he knows that the whole thing isn't happening because Michael was lying. It's more reason to be like, you know what? I'm just not going to say anything. But if she does come for me, and I do want to say something, well, okay, cool. I would just say, listen, I had a conversation with your husband, and he told me that this whole time that he had lied about how he had been treating you, and I can only say to you that I was treating you based on what he was telling me. Now I know the truth. I'm not going to come for you. But if you keep coming for me, you know, I'll have to defend myself to a certain respectful degree. But just know, I have no quarrels with you. I never even had any quarrels with you. It's just that you come for me calling me a scammer. What am I supposed to do? You know what I mean? But either way, though, Usman has to learn to know how to respond, and also learn when to respond and when not to respond. And Angela Deem is the kind of person that you just don't respond to. Because what's the point? Let her do her madness and then give her the okay. Everybody hates it. People who are toxic and love to argue, they can sit there and shout at you, and then if you respond by saying, okay. Oh boy. Yeah, that's a toxic response, but I do enjoy it. It's just peaceful for me. But either way though, this is obviously the opening freaking scene with Usman and Michael. Obviously now we're going to see what else is going to happen throughout the rest of the episode, of course, in other uploads that I'm going to make throughout obviously the week and whatnot. But you guys let me know what you're thinking down below based on everything obviously that I've just said right here, right now, and I'll catch you guys for the next uploads to come as well. But hey, with that being said though, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. We are on the road to 100k subscribers, and of course at the same time, don't forget to smash the like button, comment down below, and share the video. We are done and we are out. Peace.